Let's go.
Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome to another session of our Out of the Abyss. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. But not only that, we have two new players possibly joining the crew if they survive long enough. But you guys can say hello if you'd like to say hello, everybody.
Hello. Till we
Hello,
die.
everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Exactly. Until you die.
Till you die.
And, well, speaking of until you die, there were some things that happened last session that are near dying. But let's talk about that before we get into what's going to happen this session. A little bit of a recap. We're in session 52 now. But let's go ahead and get into the thing. Last time, you guys had taken the plans of the Diggermatics in mind and thought about how to help him out. Hearing that Entomox Boone was lost to history, you took to the crypts to see a certain ghost who owed you a favor. Seeking the aid of the Spectre, Burrow Warden Jadger, he offered what advice he could to lead to the boon. Pass through an old salt mine, head up to the blurpleberry patches, down to the east, finding the place of stoning, and reciting a poem. Seemed simple enough, and with his advice and telling him of the dire need the gnomes now face, you guys took off. Following the steps through the mine that Turvey knew well, and following some markers to the old patches of berries, seeing a serene scene of mushrooms, stone, plant growth, water, all dimly lit by crystals. Took a moment to appreciate the beauty and lack of destruction here. Headed on down, finding a flat granite wall with a scuff marks along it, and several stones about it. Seemed it was a dead end. But, thinking this might be the place of stoning, you spoke out. Several poems as told. Nothing happening. Trying for a long stretch of time with several poems and several thoughts of it, Dusk had an idea. To have the stones make the poem at the wall. And this seemed to work as he tossed stones at the wall in a sort of rhythm, cadence. The stone disappeared, revealing a path beyond, and taking this, trekking through a smooth stone rock slide, over waters that seemed potentially poisonous, and into a vast circular chamber, dotted with small glowing crystals and several creepy white-shelled insects around. You skirted around it and down a cliff, finding a large circle of magic, at least carved in there, not activated, but it seemed to fit the description of Entomox Boone. But it was also here that you discovered that there was a basilisk in the area. Wanting to strike out at it first, you formulated a plan and got to work. And as soon as you assaulted the scaly creature, a second, much larger, six-legged lizard appeared, face to face with a basilisk of epic proportions. You had your task cut out for you. And through cunning, magical, and physical might, succeeded in slaying this creature. Fortunately, during this encounter, Rincewind saw too much of this basilisk, and though his amulet staved him off from being petrified immediately, as soon as the adrenaline was starting to wear thin, he froze to petrification. Without even a chance to say goodbye, he was a statue now. And that's where we're going to pick up. Rincewind did kind of drop his sword to the ground as he was looking at his hands petrify, and his amulet seemed to not be petrified as well. What are you guys up to as you're in this stone basin with that kind of raised circle nearby?
Oh. Our poor friend. We'll get back to Bling, so we gotta see if somebody can come and help him. See if they can turn this back.
If we can find some basilisk oil and blinging stone, we might be able to bring him back.
Or if we just get some out of these basilisks.
No,
As you
they're
look at
rotten to the core.
one of them's super rotten as you look at it, and the other has been pulverized as it was beaten numerous times after it was dead in the dark.
I mean, like a couple times.
I know, flavor.
Well, we'll let them know when they come to take care of the boon. They'll just have to bring some of that with them.
We should take his sword and his amulet.
Well,
Not leave it here.
if you all are adamant about leaving him here, I understand taking him back to Blingingstone would be quite an undertaking. At least help me move him out of the way.
Up several cliffs to get back. Turvial
Come somewhere
mentioned...
safe.
Well, I mean, they did say that there was going to be summoning of the earth elementals from here. Right? I mean,
Right.
maybe they can do something. I don't know nothing about summoning new elementals, but maybe, right? Maybe they can get one of them to at least carry it back, if it's right.
Weller will look for an area maybe to tuck the petrified Rincewind in, so he's not just out in the middle. Put him somewhere for safekeeping, at least.
That is easy enough to do. So there's several darkened corners and crevices to look like to be safekeeping. In fact, this whole chamber, even though it's full of rocks and broken bits of stone, it does seem pretty stable for the most part, like structurally wise. It is kind of dome-like.
I can keep his amulet safe, but who wants the sword? I ain't much of a sword fighter.
Yeah, me neither. I guess we just hold on to it.
We can put it in the
Yeah.
bag.
I don't have a ton of use for a short sword.
All right, I'll put it in the bag, and I'll keep the amulet on me.
Maybe don't put the pointy sword in the bag.
Yeah, that's a scabbard.
There's
It probably was not in the scabbard.
It was not when you guys found it.
yeah.
We can get a scabbard at the in Blingingstone probably.
We could
That's-
wrap it in some cloth. And if no one else has wished to, I'll carry it. Although I knew him for the least amount of time.
Turvial will say, I mean, I'm not good with a sword, but I can hang on to it for now. I mean, Rincey meant a lot. So I had eye on a lot of things. Just for now, I don't plan on using
If you-
it. He was much better at it than I would ever be. It was always flashy and shining.
It somehow does seem fitting that you would have the short sword, Turvey.
Hey, is that a short joke?
There wasn't, but now there is.
Hey. Yeah. And he just kind of
Alright.
stares off for a moment, like, yeah, I'll just hold on to it for now.
Do we want to go right away, or do we want to rest a little bit here before we head back?
If you all need the rest, I don't see
It
why
wouldn't
not
hurt.
all will matter.
You guys
Yeah,
opt
we
to
could take time to look around while we're resting. I don't think we actually explored the area if there's anything else worthwhile here.
Absolutely, you can kind of take a bit of a short rest and look around the area. Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
enough. What are you looking for as you're looking? Are you just glancing to see what this place has?
Yeah, I would say like that. Not sure exactly looking for anything particular, but
Okay.
checking around.
I would say
It's been a long time.
looking around the space here, it seems old. It seems sturdy. Notably, there are no funguses growing in this cave. Crystals and the occasional kind of patch of moss, this green moss that clings to the ceilings and a little bit of the walls. But for the most part, pretty... It's humid in here, but the ground is dry, if that makes sense. And there are a few puddles of clean, fresh-flowing water to sup on. But other than that, nothing really miraculous about the place, other than the mound that the glyph is kind of embedded into.
Can I look over any medicinal properties to the moss?
I would say for the most part, it's just regular, like kind of like lichen. It's nothing,
Okay.
nothing fabulous. It's not penicillin.
Alright.
What? As you guys finish your
Right.
short breather. Heading back.
Let's head back.
Yep.
Mhm.
You would notice it is quite quiet during your short rest as well. And as you start heading back up the way you came, up the cliffs, all of those like stringy, filament-like strings seem to be empty, as it seemed like they were scared of this giant basilisk, and that would certainly scare any creature away, probably for miles. Even with just the vibrations alone in the cavern as it moved around, it had probably been sleeping for some time. But it would seem like the little... Didn't really get a great look at them. The white cockroach, spider, scorpion creature things are no longer present. At least for now.
Let's go before they come back.
Alright. And retreating the way you came, down this winding passage that eventually gets to this sulfur-smelling water of clear liquid, where you saw the large badger skeleton, as well as the sign. And then up, rather down and then up. Kind of you take the sliding tunnel back as it's slip and slide the same way. It's just reverse, like it's like perfectly fashioned like a roller coaster on both sides, to where it needs no propulsion other than the momentum that you are bringing with it. And back to the place of stoning. And as you pass through the stone itself, one by one, each of you would recognize that the stone becomes solid once more. But going back up the cliffs to the blurpleberries, seeing the serene space that you had once seen, with several zirkwood trees and the blurpleberries scattered about, large things that they are, pools of water. You even remember that bench. But as you're approaching this area, I would say that fungi and dusk would occasionally hear this odd, like, bzz, 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 bzz. It's odd buzzing noise. I don't know if that came across on the mic or not.
Well,
I
I
Mr.
did.
Ah, shit. I hope it's not another one of those damn things.
Raise my hand
Everybody
and get
down.
the group to stop and signal
Yeah.
them to be quiet and listen.
Give me an actual perception check if you'd like.
Uh, 24.
24, not bad at all. As you're listening, using your eye ears, which is interesting because tiger have eyes kind of on the back of their ears. Anyways, but as you're kind of, pinpointing, seeing the sounds coming from above, several of the mushrooms here, actually not several, a couple of the mushrooms here is where that buzzing noise is coming from.
Point up. And say very quietly, I suggest we proceed quietly.
All right, let's go. Casper's will activate his invisibility.
Okay.
Eh, Can I mean, I know it doesn't do anything, but does Pass Without Trace not upscale?
No.
I can't even run it with a 3rd level slot? That stinks. Yeah, I'm at 2nd levels. Alright, everybody quiet on the round.
I'd like for everyone to give me a stealth check.
Ooh, awful for me. 14.
Ooh, very
Oh,
awful.
never mind. We suck.
Love it. As you're all trying your best to be quiet, not all of you paying attention to what's above you, knowing it's up there. Every single one of you seems to forget about your feet as you start crunching under this and tripping over, all kind of like into like a ball as you trip over a broken down that wagon that you had seen previous, that cart. As you're all looking up, you all trip over it and would instantly hear that buzzing get louder as these indeed Kazmi demons rear their heads above you and start zooming down. I'm going to bring you to a familiar map for some of you. And we are going to roll initiative. Yeah. And
That's got to be up there with the quickest that we've gone to. I'm going to bring you to a map.
well, good news is you've already seen this one.
Yes.
As you can see these two Kazmi demons flying from above. And we'll say to our two new players, you will see a blank map here for a moment.
Mhm.
But if you guys want to roll initiative too, you can.
The hell is not on the board. Not that I really need it for fighting, but
What's that, your owl? Do you have your owl out
It's,
at all
uh,
times?
yeah, it's always there until it disappears.
You can always send it back to its home plane.
Yeah.
Like literally
Yeah,
just
but
like
it-
as an action, just like, hey, I don't need you right
But-
now. Come back later.
But then I have to recast.
You do not.
I do not.
You do not.
I couldn't click on my token.
You don't need to.
I gave you initiative.
I got you. I got you, dog.
I mean, in that case, I'm not going to have it out.
Yes. Beautiful. I don't know exactly how you guys are traveling.
5 foot.
Okay, you can definitely dismiss in a pocket dimension. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that will take us to top of the round. Dusk. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Dusk.
Fight or flight, guys.
That would be a good shirt there.
All right. All right.
What's Dusk doing? It's probably about 30 feet in the air as well, just for reference. They're on the
Okay.
mushrooms and they're about to leap off, buzzing towards you.
That's about. Okay, 30 and 16. All right. So, as a bonus action, Dusk will ignite Dawn.
Okay, igniting the Dawn Blade as you get a fearful moment in your mind, but quickly goes away as Dawn ignites.
Dusk will then point Dawn at this guy right up here.
Okay.
That one should be within range. And he will fire some of Dawn's energy towards it.
Okay. Firing
Ooh,
away.
completely nothing.
Getting a nat 1 as this wispy sunlight just arcs off into the distance and just kind of fades away.
He's going to grumble a little bit at that, but then he's going to move over here and take partial cover under this plant thing.
Okay, getting some cover. That will take us to the one, the only Weller. Weller, what's up?
Not much. How's it going?
You know, just demons and stuff.
Yeah.
The huge.
The huge for down here. Let's see. Excuse me. These guys are a bit away for me to do anything of meaning.
They are a little bit of ways.
So, let's. I'm gonna hold my position and ready an attack with the old Maul
Okay,
for if they get within range.
fair enough. Well, guess what?
What's up?
Surprise! Yeah, one of them starts zooming down. As it zooms down, it lets out this releasing, buzzing noise. I would like everyone to give me a Constitution save.
Oh yeah, they do this thing, don't they?
They do this thing. Fungi, Weller, Casmus,
Ooh.
Dusk. As Dusk passes the fuck out. Dusk, you hear this buzzing and you're like, it's sticking in your ears. You're super sensitive to this hearing because of your cat ears, and well, turns out it's not always a good thing. As it just kind of, your eyes roll back into your head as you plop down on the ground, unconscious.
Taking a cat nap.
As it buzzes down, it will it'll fly down to Fungi just because you're right there. And I'm gonna mark some stuff. Actually, that's all the mark I need. As it does fly down, it is going to launch its proboscis, long, pointed, beak-like needle-like beak, down towards Fungi. Fungi getting a 17 to hit.
It's not hit.
As you easily kind of dodge out of the way with it.
Can I counter with my non-shillelagh yet staff?
As it approaches you,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's for.
Oh god.
Staff
it still
1.
does that.
You only have one of
Yeah,
them.
I don't know why. I know it's a +5. I gotta troubleshoot this at some point. Whenever it
What you
does
need
that.
to do is drag a quarter staff to your sheet. That's probably what it is. But that is going to be a miss.
Oh, is that? It's weird because it gives me the full, things to roll.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just weird. Okay.
All right, but that is going to be a miss. As, don't worry, the other one's coming down. As it also releases this horrible buzzing noise. I need everyone to give me a Constitution save again. As fungi,
Then I used. Oh, it's not. It's not first aid. It's for
it's only for skills. As fungi also, you're not used to being unconscious, but it's weird. You go into this, your ears kind of pick up on the vibrations as you also pass out. Well, or you can make your attack of attack, your readied action attacks at this Casmi as it zooms down towards you. As you see right behind you, fungi, after he blocks the other one and tries to whack out at it, just kind of stumbles and falls onto his mushroom cap. 22 will absolutely hit. Takes 20 points of damage. Do you have the crit damage on? You do not.
I do not.
No, yep. It'll take 20 points of damage as you whack into it. And you do get your, because you readied your attacks, you have your full complement of attacks.
Okay. So I will swing out again at it.
Yes, absolutely. As you just take this big old hammer and start going to town. Happy town. Maybe not happy.
When you say full complement, I can do my
yeah,
maneuvers.
I would say so because you readied it. Like if it was like a opportunity attack, I would say no, but I would say yes because you readied your action essentially.
Roger that. So we're gonna make this a menacing attack. So let me turn on.
Okay, trying to strike the fear of Weller into their eyes or whatever. I don't know. 21 points of damage, and it needs to make a wisdom save. It rolled a 9. So this thing is indeed frightened of you, Weller, as you deal 21 points of damage. As you're just whirling at it, as it comes down on you, it's going to try to stick its proboscis in you.
Can it be toppled?
It can. Thank you, Dusk. Let's give it a saving throw. It is not toppled, but it did get a 15 to hit Weller.
What is Weller? That is going to be a miss.
All
So
right.
can I riposte on that, or
You cannot because
Did
you
I
don't have
use
any
my reaction
reactions.
as ready
yes,
action?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. You got it.
gotcha?
That will take us to surprise guest number 1. As a buzzing from high atop darts down on top of Dusk. This thing was high, way high above, like I would say like 100 or so feet up, so it does not have the opportunity to attack Dusk as it zooms down, hovering above him, looking for the right place to strike this long proboscis. Which will take us to Casmus. Casmus, you see fungi, Dusk just drop. There's 3 of these demons around you. You guys fought one and it wasn't very fun.
Let's see. Bane is. First of all, we'll use a spell slot. We're gonna do a Eldritch Blast on this one right there.
Okay. All 2 of your Eldritch Blasts on that one?
Yeah, both
Alright.
of them because he's got a lot of damage done to him.
Let's see it.
So,
He's gotten, yeah, he has.
First
He's gotten
one.
42 health taken off.
23?
23 definitely hits.
and I put the Economizing Blast.
You have to do it before you roll now. So, oh no, maybe you don't. It did it.
No, it's the damage. So
Nice.
It's
People
not
have been having
to
problems
attack.
where it doesn't do the second one, or it doesn't do.
yeah,
it till
I've
the
seen
second.
that.
But yes, for 7 points of damage, you blast into it with your magic. Getting a 9 to hit with your second attack is going to be a miss. as it buzzes out towards you.
And then we are going to move 30 feet back to get some distance, and that'll be it.
Okay. Going back the way you came. Fungi. The end of your turn. Need a Constitution save. Alright. You wake up at the end of your turn. You are still prone, but you're awake.
Oh, they're still here.
As it's still there, that buzzing still in your face. That will take us to Dusk. Dusk at the end of your turn. Need a Constitution save as well. A 14. Same thing. You still hearing that buzzing. In fact, it's right over you now. As before, it was
having
just
a nice nap.
this droning,
Yeah, it's a nice little power nap.
which
No, it's for rest.
I will say I am using the rules from the new monster manual for these guys, so it's a little different now. Previously, it was you're unconscious until 10 minutes. Now it gives you a save at the end of your turn, so. But
Less,
they do more damage. So that will take us to Weller. Weller, what you doing?
Hey guys, it's Weller again. I'm swinging out at the distinguished gentleman that I've hit twice already.
Okay. So distinguished. 12's going to be a miss. You try and crunch into it. It just kind of beats into the more armored parts of its exoskeleton.
But what happens if I precision attack?
And you just push that attack further. Let's find out what happens. Roll that d8.
Whoop. It doesn't like me clicking that one.
No, because you have to roll that one. Like, manually. Manually.
Gotcha.
A 16 will hit.
All right.
For 17 points of damage. As this one's looking a little more tired than the others, and it's also frightened of you, as you can see it buzzing around looking for a different target.
Oh, it doesn't want to play anymore?
It does not. Not with Weller.
Well, let's do at least one more attack before it leaves me.
Let me see if it's toppled. That might put you at advantage. It is toppled to the ground, so if you want to roll again on that attack to see if you crit.
Okay.
As your first one knocked it down to the ground. No, it's a 21. That's still gonna hit.
That was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
It's not a bad thing. Roll some of that maul damage for 19 more points of damage. Crushing into this Chasmic demon. Just letting out more incessant buzzing. As its wings kind of hit the ground, it makes that horrible, like you know, the big grasshoppers that, like, get stuck in the corner and just flap into the wall. That, like, large paper sound hitting the ground. So, it doesn't buzz. Anything else for Weller?
I'm gonna hang out with this one until I kill it or it runs from me for now.
Fair enough.
I'll stand here.
That will take us to surprise guest number 2. Zakandrin and Isabeau. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But as you two are wandering, you hear a familiar noise. Noise of combat. Sounds like large insectoid creatures. As you rush up to see what's happening, you would see everything that is transpired. As I think Casmus might be the only one who's able to really pay attention. Dusk might kind of be able to see. As you're waking from your stupor, Dusk, you kind of corner your eye. 2 drow If you two want to describe your characters, please, as they approach this scene. As it is Zakandrin's turn, but go ahead and
Okay.
tell us
I'll
what
introduce
we
it,
see.
yeah. Young drow male. Plain black clothing. It seems very ordinary.
He's just an ordinary guy, guys.
I really, for a drow, just like which normal black armor and cloak and yeah.
He's a drow's drow. At least he looks like it.
Mhm.
I hate him.
Well, you don't even see him. You're murdering a demon right now.
I'll hate him when I'm done with this.
You can hate him when you're done with this thing. But Isabeau, next to this
Yeah.
plain ordinary drow.
Oh, Isabeau is not plain. She has a cloak that is flowy, billowy, has spider webs like embroidered on them. She's like got a spell book, and she has these very vivid violet eyes and platinum white hair.
Fair enough. But the plain drow is going to go first.
Yeah.
If Zakandrin, is that am I saying that correctly?
That's it.
Zakandrin. What are you up to as you kind of arrive seeing this scene? You would also note that this cat person in his grasp is a glowing sword with this yellowish light.
Okay.
Odd feature, but something you would easily see as you come up, as he's laying on the ground, just coming to. And you would see these familiar demons, the Khazmi.
Right. I want to go ahead and cast silence on right in the big group. Hold on, let me give you a.
Yeah, ping me where you want it. As what does it look like as you cast this silence?
Just simply, like I hold out. I don't even think silence has verbal, does it? It's just somatic.
It's silent, right? I don't know. You tell
Yeah.
me.
So you just see a hand gesture, as all of a sudden it's super quiet where you guys are at, and a little bit over to the right, and towards us. I actually want it closer to cover everybody.
All of the
Oh.
people?
The cat, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to is gotta help.
What does it look like when this happens? Is it anything?
It's literally just me making a hand gesture, like
Doing
in
sign
Drow
language
it
over
would be
here.
silent, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Silence is silent, and then I'm going to move there, and then
We'll say the
I'm gonna
skeleton
look
will
over
be
at this
difficult
guy.
terrain.
okay, I'll stop there then. No, that's fine. Oi, get over there. And I went into
Telling Casmus to get over there?
yeah.
Okay.
Oi, get over there.
Casmus, you see this drow just do some sign language in the area. And he told you to get over
Yeah.
there.
And point to a spot, and that's it.
As the rest of you would hear absolutely nothing. This, unless you're one of the sufferers of tinnitus, and then you would just hear that pleasant ringing noise. But you guys, silence falls over everyone. That will take us to all three of them in a row. As fungi, one of them's barreling down on you with its proboscis as you're coming to just in time to see it happen. It misses you. It got a 10.
Ooh.
Yeah. With the advantage from being prone, it It doesn't do much. It just stabs into the ground as you open your eyes and just roll across the side, just easily missing you. You're a small target. That will take us to Casmi number 2. Casmi number 2 is going to get up and start buzzing around. As it buzzes around, it's going to try to suck some of that sweet, sweet fungi juice. Your blood. Does fungi have blood? Does fungi bleed?
I think so.
I don't know if we've ever discussed this before.
I mean, I don't think I even have a beating heart, so.
It's slightly beating. Even without advantage. Getting a straight roll because it is frightened. It got a 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
At least you're not unconscious. You take 18 points of piercing damage and 19 points of necrotic damage. As your hit point maximum is reduced by 19. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I'm reading. I got the book right next to me. So if you see me looking down, it's because, like, I want to make sure I'm using the new rules. As several of them are the same. And I will make a note. One guy loses 19 hit points. As this thing stabs into you. Still with, like, wild-looking eyes darting towards, like, both of its eyes are looking right. Like, it's making eye contact with Weller as it's stabbing down at fungi. Taking us to Casmi number 3. Is going to do the same thing against Dusk. Dusk getting a 20 to hit.
That just barely hit.
It's more of a doozy. Dusk, you take 15 points of piercing damage and 25 necrotic damage.
I will react to deflect the attack.
Okay. I'll take 50-50 from each. Because your hit point maximum will be reduced by the amount of necrotic damage you take.
Reduced by 17 points.
Okay, 17 points, so we'll take... Let's say 8 from the necrotic and 7 from the piercing, so you take 8 piercing. And 18. No, wait, no. 17 necrotic. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 17.
So it's 25 total.
Be 30, 40,
Yeah,
40
8
minus
plus 17,
40,
yeah.
40 minus 17 is 23. Wait, how much you reduced by 17? I can do math here. I did 15 piercing, 5 necrotic. 15 minus 7 is 8. 25 minus 8 is 17. But that does equal 25. Boy, my brain's broke. Sorry.
Oh man, let me break my notepad out again.
I got it.
Okay. Your hit point max is reduced by 17, though. Which will take us to...
Oh, I still had temporary. Would I still have the temporary from last time? No.
What's it from?
No.
It would have been from the Twilight Sanctuary, so I would probably say no.
I'm going to say no because any spell effect that he had is gone.
Did the distinguished gentleman not get closer to me in order to move to fungi, seeing that it's now beside me as opposed to below me?
It was beside you before. It didn't move further away, but it didn't move closer.
It just
thought
turned
it was
around you.
It was here.
Okay, right.
Now it's here. Still within the same range of you.
Okay.
But that will take us to Yzabo.
All right.
What are you doing?
She's gonna be like, "What are you doing, Zach?"
He doesn't hear you.
And I know.
Oh, okay.
It's just like
Casmusel here.
so I'm gonna move maybe there, and I'm gonna cast magic missile
Okay.
from my wand.
What does this
at that
magic
guy.
missile look like as you cast it?
Oh, it's definitely like stars and streaks of purple, and like think of those like little whiz banger firecrackers that just
I gotcha.
sparkle and spin and swirly.
It's like,
Just
like a kid
the
who
most
just got a hold of
ridiculous.
their first. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. I'm gonna let all 3 go to that guy.
Okay. All 3 levels or all 3?
All 3
It actually rolls all of them.
Oh, it
at
rolls
once now.
3.
It rolls.
Okay,
It
well,
rolls the right amount now. They've updated the character sheet to where, at least the
Perfect.
new guys, like Casmus, if you were to remake your character sheet, you would see Eldritch Blast fire the number of times immediately. So
nice.
5. You're just using 1 charge.
1 charge.
So 5, 4, and 3 bursting into this
Yep.
as little sparkles of stars and fireworks, for a total of
Yes.
12 points of force damage.
I'm like, take that. And I'm gonna run away.
Okay. Steps forward and steps back into darkness. As that will take us to Casmus.
He's gonna do Eldritch Blast at this one up there by Weller and Fungi.
Okay. Focusing your fire. I got it.
Actually, wait. No, we're actually gonna we're gonna give him a Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
So it's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. It got a big old 23.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
As Ysabeau, you would be
Is
the only
it-
one to hear this bell ring out from this elf. You do notice he has a tail, but that's beside the point. But you're not sure what happened from there. Casmus, it seems like it. Maybe the area of silence affects them. You're not sure. You're not hearing that buzzing noise as much as you were previously, because one of them is fully in it. Holding your ground.
Holding my crown right there.
Fungi on the ground. What you doing?
Gonna start by popping up
Fungi pops up.
and activate my symbiotic entity.
Okay. Little spores drift out from you, and you can notice it's dead quiet.
Yeah, and I'm noticing my shillelagh is not going to turn on. So I'm like, oh, shit. But nothing actually comes out of my mouth.
Right.
You know, all these. Okay. So, do I even have that on? I don't think I even do.
Just make everyone in the
yeah.
silence area muted until. Yeah. I'm just joking.
I will. I'll take the action surge though, just so I can try whacking at it.
Okay.
I still haven't fixed it.
As your
Fast, so it's
shillelagh
dodge.
doesn't ignite, but your fungal spores do work.
Let's see. Add +5. +5 to this.
Which one you whacking at?
The to the top one.
Okay.
But
That's the one that missed you twice.
Yeah, and I'm missing him right back.
As you miss him right back. As your shillelagh's it's not getting purty.
And I will take a quick second wind for bonus action.
Okay.
Shit rolls, baby. Shit rolls. And that'll do it for my turn.
Gotta happen to someone at some time. Sucks. But that will take us to Dusk, who's also on the ground at the moment.
Dusk will leap up.
Leaping on up.
He'll look over at the drow and narrow his eyes a little. But he will swing out with Dawn at his little friend.
Okay. Swinging away.
man.
13's gonna be a miss as you're still a little woozy from like just kind of being knocked out for a split second. Like 6 seconds you were asleep, not even.
Swing out again.
Alright. Whirling this blade of light, and 18's gonna be a hit.
See if my damage rolls this time. It does.
It does? 15!
Why?
You got your Hand of Harm on there? Yeah. Using Hand of Harm?
No. So please take 6 off of
That
that.
will take 6 off. This does 9 points of radiant damage as that sunlight just glistens off of the eyes and the bloody proboscis that was
Stunning
just
strike.
out of you. Yeah. Trying to stunning strike him. With a con save? Is it con or wisdom?
It's con.
Man.
Maybe I'll get lucky.
He got a 9.
Then it is stunned.
As it just kind of drifts down to the ground, and that buzzing that you guys don't hear, Isabeau and Casmus would hear it start to flutter and flicker as it is stunned.
Then bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay.
Duska's mad. He's just gonna start kicking it as it falls to the ground. Getting in 26.
Well, you have advantage. So if you want to go fishing.
Oh, that's right. Let's fish.
He's stunned. Go fishing. There's
Let's
a
fish.
pond right here and a little
Fish.
little fishing bench.
No.
All right, 20,
No fish.
26 hits.
For 12 points of force damage.
We'll take 12 points of force damage. You're just crunching
And-
into its exoskeleton. It's chitin. Always sounds wrong.
And again.
And again.
27.
27 will hit. Out of curiosity, where did you hit it with Dawn to make it stunned?
Right in the proboscis.
Okay. As you see it kind of just like still like shaking and quivering a little bit, the proboscis, as it's trying to like shake it around, and it's just swatting at it as you're just bumping into its body. Full blast. Anything else for Dusk? As
Camper down there.
Dusk runs away super easily as Zach, you're left alone as the cat person that you just saw get stabbed runs out of the silenced area.
And he'll look over at Casmus and go, there are drow.
You
That's
know,
it.
They caught up.
That'll take us to Weller.
All right.
Well, Weller.
See if we can finish this guy off.
All right. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think you can. I mean, I don't know.
I felt like I had done a lot of damage to him, but all right.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, with the crit,
so
crit for sure.
just for effect, turn the crit damage on.
Yeah, roll that crit damage. It's not toppled. For 29 points of
29.
damage. It's Casmi. All of its legs bent and broken. All that's really left moving and mobile is its wings, its neck, its head, and proboscis. As its one good eye still darting at you, looking like it's wanting to back away, but also looks vengeful. It's still up.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, really.
All right.
Just barely. I will note, just barely. It is an inch away. Maybe 2 inches, I'll say. And 19 will hit it as you just swing in that maul one more time, hammering down on this creature. In silence, I will say. For sure hits.
Is it 18 inches away from death?
It is negative 16 inches away from death. As you hammer into its backside, its wings just kind of crumple downward as its proboscis slams into the ground as it kind of skids and breaks and bends off.
All right. Well, now that that one's out of the way, let me go ahead and move up to this one up here.
Moving on up.
Let's do a little action surge.
Oh, a little surge in the action.
A little surge in the action. It's not actiony enough.
I think they named it
Find
after
all my
that
moves.
that cool soda.
Surge. All right, and let's run it all back.
17 hits it.
All right, 17's going to hit it. Let's try another menacing attack on this one.
Okay. It is toppled. It is not afraid of you, though.
Okay.
As it gets knocked on its belly. Wings fluttering everywhere. It does take 21 points of damage.
And one more.
16 also just hits.
You could crit fish, right?
You can crit fish if you
Oh,
want,
oh,
if
yeah.
you want to go fishing. There's no
Great,
better no
that's it.
better time to do it.
Already got one.
You just hit it. It'll take 14 points of damage as it's just rolling around on the ground after you're kind of like a croquet, just kind of batting into it. Anything else? for
Established
Weller?
a history of hitting things on the ground over the last 2 sessions.
Yes.
That'll be it for me.
That will take us to the regular drow. Just a regular drow. What's he doing?
He is going to move over here and try to get the creature's attention.
The stunned one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's currently patting at its proboscis, trying to like figure out why it's vibrating so weird.
But I'm going to go ahead and stab it. Now as it's
Sure.
like flopping around, stab it right in the head.
Trying to stab it right in the face. You do have advantage.
Advantage.
18 will
18.
be a hit. Go ahead and roll me that. Make sure you have your sneak attack turned
got
on.
it.
For 14 points of damage. As you stab it like right next to its proboscis, into its face. It takes 14 points of damage as blackish blood leaks out of its face.
And you see another just normal looking drow just appear right over here back near Isabel.
They're multiplying.
Bloody hell.
We know what you are.
And yeah, do the whole swap and
I gotta get
That
one
one
of
my
your
turn?
vision. Taking away your vision from that one.
okay. And I'll stand there. That's a perfect spot.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'll take a step back into the shadows.
Fair enough. I'll make that one darker.
Okay.
As, they're multiplying, guys. That will take us to the Chasmies.
Oh god, don't tell me it's a time ghost.
We'll find out. That's all he's good for is time ghosts.
Right.
That's a call out from another game. But the
Yeah.
one who's on the ground is going to buzz upward and seeking its vengeance towards Weller. Will stab out with its proboscis.
I haven't done anything. Why is it mad at me?
It just is. It got an 8 to hit though. Taking us to the other one, who is stunned.
His stun ends at the beginning of my next turn.
Beginning of your
Which
next
is the
turn,
one that struck out at me?
the one that's alive.
There's 2 alive, sir. Excuse me.
The
This
one,
one.
the one that's next to you.
The one that's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, it missed me, so I'll riposte.
Okay, fair enough. This one is stunned over there until the start of Dusk's next turn.
All right, let's try it out.
17 will hit.
Yeah,
But you also
so
get-
nothing.
Yeah, your damage. That's what it is.
Oh, superiority die.
Yeah,
for the-
yeah,
the
yeah.
damage. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see if it topples again. Why not? It literally just got up from being toppled. And you know what? It is toppled again.
I said no. Stay down.
It's just buzzing around, flops back down on the ground as it tries to get up to stab you, and you just smack it in its face, and it just hammered down. That ends the Kazmi's turns, taking us to Yzabo.
Yzabo. She's going to. She likes the bells, so she's gonna cast Toll the Dead
Okay.
at the
Kazmis,
one close.
you would hear a similar bell toll to your own.
Mhm.
Let's see, is that a wisdom save?
Wisdom.
It is. Eight. Wisdom.
It got a 9, you know? It got a 9. So roll the Toll the Dead, wounded, I think it says, or hurt. Missing hit points.
Missing hit point should be
Make- yeah.
2d12.
Yep. Missing right there.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. Wow.
Oh
Coming
god!
in with the big guns. It's partially in silence, so maybe it only half hurt
Yeah.
you.
Oh.
It takes 2
And
points
she
of necrotic
knows
damage.
that did not hit. Like, she's just like, damn it, Zach.
You see it kind of wince slightly. Anything else for Yzabo?
No. Well, I'm gonna come up here to Zach. And that's it.
Fair enough. Kazmis, out of the area of silence. What are you doing?
Gonna cast a firebolt at the one that is stunned up there.
Okay. Will be at advantage.
Just hit this.
A 12 is gonna miss. As it's still kind of messing with its proboscis, its wings just somehow happen to flap your firebolt away.
And then he's just gonna turn to Dusk. Let's take care of them after those bugs.
You saw I stunned it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anything else for Kaz? Staying put?
No.
All
it's
right.
Staying put right there.
That'll take us to Fungi. Fungi still in the silence area. Your shillelagh's not working. The creature is prone, though.
Can I pass, kind of through
Absolutely.
Weller? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just kind of roll past, and now that I can hear again, I'll turn on my shillelagh
Okay. Flame on.
and take.
Spore on.
That's right. And he's prone, so I got advantage on him, right?
He is prone, so you have advantage.
Where here comes the shillelagh whack.
Yes, a 24 is going to hit as you smack down on this beast, this beastly demon.
First shillelagh damage. And
14.
then a little symbiotic
Yes.
5 damage. Oot.
For 16 total damage, you slam onto it with forceful necrosis. Anything else for Fungi?
Nope, that'll do for my turn.
All right. Dusky McDuskerson. What you doing?
Meow. Dusk will zip back up, and he will take another swipe at our bug friend. This would be. He's no longer stunned, so this would be normal.
No longer stunned. For now.
Getting a 27.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna. I'm just gonna say it hits. Why not?
And 11 points of radiant and stunning strike.
We'll take 11 points of radiant damage, and it'll make a saving throw. It was almost something good. You got a 12.
and take another swing.
As it is stunned. As you bop it in its proboscis again, as it just kind of started to get angry, and it's back to it. 22 hits.
For 10 points of damage.
It will take 10 points of damage.
And bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay. At advantage. We're taking full advantage of this advantage. 27 hits. Again.
And out of spite, throw a hand of harm on it.
Sure. Does what does this regular drow see as you think he's right next to you?
So the cat person zooms back up at alarming speed and sort of does a little hop in the air and two-handed swings the glowing blade and hits the creature, and then in a almost the same swipe pulls back again, hits the creature, and then he lands on the ground and does a spinning kick, hits the creature, which the creature is just like vibrating furiously, and as he hits the creature, the point where it hits, you may notice that becomes very black when he hits the side of the creature when the blow lands. So for
Instant
23
necrosis.
points.
23 points of damage.
10 points of necrotic, 13 points of radiant.
As your rolls have stopped showing up. But yeah, I got you.
And
Halfway.
hit again.
Hit it again.
Oh, and it has the poison condition now. I keep forgetting that.
It's immune.
Boo.
But I got you.
25.
A 25 will hit.
Oh, not hand of harm. Sorry.
You're good.
So 7
7.
points of radiant damage.
It will take 7 points of force damage.
Force.
I know what you meant, though.
Correct. I'm on the wrong
As
attack.
this thing is just trying to buzz, trying to get its the vibration free area as it can't. It's still up though, but just barely.
And then he narrows his eyes at the drow, and then narrows his eyes at the other drow, and then the other drow. And then he's up down here in
Okay.
a blinding flash.
Weller, you're up, buddy.
Don't you narrow your eyes at me.
No, the other drow.
I
Right.
always narrow my eyes at you.
Oh. Well, in that case, I like it. All right, ball attack.
Okay. It is prone because you knocked it prone last time.
That is right.
On
that
its
is
turn.
right.
All right. Well,
We'll go for 22.
22 is gonna be a hit.
We'll go with that. We'll forget the other one even happened.
Like it was never there. 17 points of damage as you again just kind of whack into it and it just tumbles around the area. Second attack is going to be a hit if you want to go fishing.
Let's do it.
A 16 is going to be a hit.
All right. Oh,
We'll take minimum damage. 14 minimum
Yikes.
damage is amazing. It takes 14 points of damage. As it's just squelching and crunching under your big hammer. Weller, staying put.
The big hammer.
It's still really quiet here.
I will. Not that it matters necessarily, but I'll move up here.
Okay. It's trying to, like, slowly trying to aim its proboscis as it's rolling around on the ground. That will take us to Zach.
I'm gonna
Which one?
flip a coin
Okay.
at my blade, bounce it off of it, and you don't really hear anything, but the creature does, like that loud ting sound
Mm-hmm.
when metal hits metal.
As you're just kind of balancing, like, what is that? Like that cup game?
Yeah, but
Kinda like, but with a
bounce the
coin.
off of it. Yeah. Take off the sneak attack. It's just
I
13.
will happily take off that sneak attack. if it fails its save. Is it a con? It's a con save, right?
Con save. No, wisdom. Wisdom.
Okay, well, wisdom's,
I told it that
wisdom's
system.
much better. It got a 24 with its wisdom save,
Wow.
as it didn't hear it either.
Got you. And I'll bounce my coin off again, and doing the rival coin thing.
Okay.
E100, you've got it somewhere.
D, any dice. Head, evens it's one, odd it's another. Odd.
I think that's bad.
I think that's
Take
bad.
1d. Yeah.
Roll your damage. There you go.
2.
As yeah, you would see
Yeah.
him flipping a coin in there and just kind of wince at his own coin flipping.
So,
That will take us to, and that's the would both of them be flipping coins?
yeah.
Okay,
Just told the dad that's how I do that, and then I bounced it off again.
gotcha. That will take us to the not stunned Casmi, as it is. Well, you heard it a lot more. It's going to try to get you. Alright, stabbing with its proboscis towards Weller. Getting a 19 to hit Weller.
It finally gets me.
It finally gets you as it stabs into with its proboscis. It writes itself up. You take 19 points of piercing damage and 16 necrotic damage. As your maximum hit points are reduced by 16. And I can keep track of all these negative hit points, guys. So,
That is great. Thank you.
yep. But just know that it's not good. Ending its turn. As it...
Before his turn, can I hit him with the Halo of Sports?
Absolutely.
Not last time around.
That's what it's for. Is that a con save?
Yeah, con save 16.
As it got an 18. As this thing is no stranger to spores. Ending its turn. As it kind of flops around, ready to stab out at whoever's next. The other guy, still stunned, flailing around at its own proboscis. Taking us to Yzabo.
He's a bow. Well, she thinks she's gonna go back to Magic Missile.
Alright. From the wound.
From day one.
Alright.
Day one.
All at the same one.
Alright. Yeah.
It will take 9 points of damage as these missiles, these sparks pop into it. You can see one of them kind of pops into its eyes. This kind of static sparkle ejects from it, and it just kind of slops to the ground, accidentally breaking its own proboscis in an attempt to stop it from vibrating, as it is dead.
Yeah.
One of the wings still flickers every now and then.
I just look at Zach and I'm like, that's how you do it?
with your magic.
Fair enough. That will take us to Casmus.
We're gonna show the Eldritch Blast of this one up there.
Alright, Eldritch blasting away.
So, oh, I have advantage on this one.
No.
So that one
It's
misses.
gonna be a miss. 22 is gonna be a hit. Does it
For
take
5.
5 points of force damage? This one's still kicking pretty okay. It's very badly hurt. Not as bad as, you know, some. Anything else for Kaz?
He's gonna move just a little bit closer to the rest of the group, and that'll be it.
As Turvey's just kind of grabbing a hold of Rumpadump. I don't know what to do. Did you see the fucking drow, Casmus?
Yeah, they caught up to us.
Fuck. That'll take us to Fun Guy. It's all quiet in there.
Shillelagh whack at this guy right in front of me.
Shillelagh. 15 will hit. You have found its AC. Takes 10 points
There's-
plus
an extra
15 points of damage. As this thing is starting to kind of Buzz, one of its feet still kind of on the ground, keeping its balance.
I'm gonna immediately swing back upwards with the bottom side of my staff.
All right, twirling around, 21 definitely hits.
Give him another 9 plus.
13. It's literally exactly what you needed.
Nice.
As you just uppercut into it, you hear a crack all throughout its body. Is like that one crack kind of simultaneously causes a domino effect throughout its chitin. It's not its spine, because surely these things don't have spines, do they? You hear several cracks in its body as it flops to the ground. And we're going to hop out of initiative. As there are
Silence.
indeed drow around.
G'day.
Good day.
Casmus would
You alright?
literally just raise his hand, ready to cast a spell if they do anything.
Oh, I'll put my blade up at that when I see him like getting ready to cast, and
Put my hands up. Hey, no need. No need.
Who sent you?
That's a bit of private information, but we're just friendly travelers.
boy,
Friendly drows? Yeah, right.
Kirby will kind of like look over to Caspus. Always say we should stab him
Not yet.
Fair enough.
before they
Fair enough.
stab
Yeah.
us.
stabbing and whatnot.
Like, I wasn't talking to you, Drew.
It's all right. Nice to meet you too. Look, I know everything sucks. Where's Blindenstone at?
I'm not gonna tell you who Blingstone is.
Well, see, we've been fighting a lot of these things down here. A lot. And we're trying to get to the surface.
A likely
Just
story.
starts to say something and then he stops.
We just got to get up top. This isn't getting better. It's so much worse down here.
These demons are getting crazy.
Hordes of them everywhere.
They seem to lack the signature drow arrogance.
Yeah, but I still don't trust them.
We are very familiar with drow arrogance,
Right.
almost as
that's-
if we experience it daily.
Weller tosses a look over at Dusk.
See, not like that. We just got to get topside. That's it.
Right.
Why would two drows want to get topside if you've been here all?
Any drow that wishes to get to the surface, that speaks to insanity.
Well, I mean, I personally want to go to a place called Lantern. Her stories. Mechanical wonders and whatnot. It sounds really nice.
So, you all aren't hunting anyone?
Yes.
Not particularly the demons. I mean, when we find them.
Right. Well, we lost all the rest of our company.
There were more of you.
Oh, well, there are a lot more of us.
Right.
All drow like us?
Yes. Well, yeah, like us. Mostly outcast. Mostly outcast of society.
Interesting.
I
But
mean,
it's-
those of us who can't hide.
Right. Well, it's been like 6 weeks since we've last seen the light of Narbondale. We lost our company. The way we usually go to the surface is cut off. And yeah, we have acquaintances in Bloodingstone, and we know there's a way up from there. So,
How many were in your company?
what did we lose? About 23 this last time?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
Maybe.
look, we gotta get to the surface, and yeah, it's important. We gotta get help with this stuff because it's gonna start spilling out up top.
You said the way to the surface that you usually take is blocked. You've been there before.
Oh, not me personally, but I mean, we know how to get up. But there's hordes of demons.
Mhm.
Not these. These are, you handle those fine. No, there's the big ones. Balor?
Big.
Big ones. Would I know who attacked the city? I would understand who that is, right?
Give me a religion check.
Always. I'm just gonna roll you a d20 plus 8.
No,
18.
18.
No.
You're not intimately familiar with that entity. You know it was a
Okay,
big one.
so-
You know how to describe it.
Yeah, I'll describe a large two-headed demon, long whippy arms.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he kind of destroyed about half of Menzo Berens.
Wait,
Menzo,
that-
Is this?
half of Menzo's been destroyed?
Well, a good chunk
Yes.
of it. Yeah.
Wait, how long ago was that?
About 6 weeks. Is
Huh.
How long
Yeah.
has it been since we saw the Kuatoa?
6
Back in
weeks.
time.
Probably
About 6 years.
Yeah.
Probably a little less than 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do they seem deceptive?
Give me an insight check.
Hmm.
14. You're not sensing anything in particular that they are lying about.
What is Dawn's mood?
What color is she?
Other than being
she-
happy that we
Mood
killed
ring.
demons, but
she's not
right now.
frightened. She would be weary, but whenever they mention going to the surface, she gets a slight hopeful nudge. Like that kind of brightens
Okay.
her mood about the whole thing, because she wants to see the sun too.
You encountered a demon and my god, the incursions have spread further than we thought. We thought we were staying ahead of them, but they've been all around us apparently.
They've been here longer than we have, it seems.
yeah, so things are just getting
company.
worse.
23, you said. 23 of you all that wanted to make it to the surface.
Right.
Believed it was possible.
Right.
Right.
And what, just more demons got them?
Yeah, well, there were a lot of them.
Well, the way was blocked, so we had to turn around, and we couldn't get back through. Most of us were killed off in big batches, and
Right.
it's just us now.
Weller
How
is
did you
trying to
survive?
wrestle with the fact that I think when he was down here before, the drow trying to escape to the surface was few and far between. He's a little bit shocked that they were able to assemble a company of 23 that all believed not only that it was possible, but shared the same goal.
It seems as if things for the Drow have become difficult.
If
Seems
Menzo's
like
been,
it.
if Menzo's been attacked, it's
You would see a
You're
small
mostly-
smile come over Turby's face. Hey. Serves him right. Right? Yeah.
Right, mostly noble houses. So,
I mean, there were some good people in Menzo. Not a lot, but
The one
You have enough
thing,
friends?
though, is if there are demons capable of destroying towns down here, if they get to the surface, they could destroy the entire Sword Coast.
right, that's why we're
And-
gonna get to the surface.
I would break my vows if I let that happen.
well, to your point, any entity that's bold enough to attack Menzo, there must be some power behind it.
Right?
Get some
So-
insight. But I need to get to the surface.
We need to warn the surface. They're not safe. And maybe we
Well-
can find some aid.
If what you're saying is true and you're trying to get to Blingenstone, then perhaps we can help. But I'm also not all convinced that this isn't a clever ploy by the Drow to take us back.
Take you back
Yeah,
where?
he said too much.
Don't worry, it's a long story.
Oh.
Mm.
It's a long journey to the surface. Could we at least travel with you to Blendingstone?
Well,
Do
it
they
would
still have those
look
really
around.
nice diamonds?
Asmus would look to Turvey like as if asking him if that's a good idea to bring two random trouts into the city.
He'll look up. Well, maybe. Rather have him in the city than wandering around out here where they could stab us in the back.
Oh, we'll keep them in front of us.
Right.
Ultimately, it would be up to the Diggermatics.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
That
true.
seems
But
fair.
if what they say is true about Menzo being attacked, we need to take that information back to the Diggermatics. They think that their biggest issue is this Pudding King.
What? Pudding King.
some kind of ooze crazy maniac.
that sounds disgusting.
Would I know
Yes.
anything about that?
It's not great.
You give me another religion
And-
check.
As everybody's talking, Isabeau's just gonna start prestidigitating any like dust off of shoes,
20.
preening.
With the 20. Yeah, you've heard tale of a specific demon prince that tends to have a proclivity towards oozes. So yeah, you would know.
Okay.
That
Well, there's two possibilities. It sounds like Jubilex. He's a demon prince. So there's more than one down here.
Yeah, we've encountered a few of them.
How many so far?
No, we
Three?
saw the same two-headed guy.
Yeah, we saw this big giant guy in Sloopy Doop. We
Right.
saw. We didn't see, but we heard about this lady of decay or whatever in the grove. And wasn't there a third one?
There had to have been something going on in Gracklestug, right?
you heard about a couple in Gracklestug.
Yeah.
Not to
You
mention,
just got
not to
sidetracked
mention
with
the
the
blood,
dragon.
the blood Zordon from so long ago.
Oh, the Blood
Yeah.
Zordon. How could we forget Blood Zordon?
I thought that was the last campaign, man. It's been so long ago.
I know, right?
That was like 44, 46 sessions ago.
Right. So, you'll help us get to the surface and warn people up there.
Yeah,
Well,
forget.
let's take it one step at a time.
Let's get
at
the-
least get you to Blinging Stone.
Yeah, get you the Diggermatics.
Thanks, mate.
Fair enough. That's good.
Trevor will say, "You're walking up first, though."
All right.
Yeah, but Turvy, you're leading the way. They don't know how to get there.
I'm not walking behind.
I'll be right behind them, Turvy. If they try anything, I'll blast them.
Turvy, what have we let happen to you so far?
Don't answer that question.
As he's like lifting up his finger to mention numerous things in his mind.
Exactly, you've been fine.
They can lead the way, and we can give them direction.
Right.
Dusk will narrow his eyes again, and Dawn will reach full illumination.
It's bright.
Full illumination.
What's the brightest
It's-
dawn can get? Is it 40 by 40? I don't know. We'll say it gets super bright.
I haven't looked in a
Right.
long time.
How many lumens are we looking at? We got like a 500, 750.
At
where we at?
least 500.
That definitely would be like,
City
Yeah,
spot.
30 feet.
that's great.
30 feet.
What is that? Does it feel warm?
Feels like sunlight.
That's a really good feeling.
I don't like how many questions he's asking about Dawn.
More strange drow.
All right.
Right. Leading the way. Right.
Fungi's
we're
going to
leading
come up
the way.
and welcome them more officially to our little group here. Well, it's nice for you guys to come walking with us then. I am Fungi. And he's going to get really confused as to which person hand he's supposed to shake between the two identical ones.
They'll both reach out to shake your hand.
That only makes him more confused.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Right.
Let's all be friends.
Right. Friends. I like that.
Do you guys give your names?
Nope.
Haven't yet.
What about Isabeau and Zach?
Hi, Fungi. I'm Yezebo.
Yes, he's talking. If he shakes my hand eventually, then I'll be like, "Hi, call me Zach."
Hi, Bo. Hi, Zach. Well, that's Casmus. That's Dusk. That's Weller. That's
Dusk? Fun guy, shut the fuck up.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's on brand.
Let's
We're
be off.
gonna have to sue his mouth at one point.
Cappy,
Oh.
Cappy and Rumpadump Rumpadump doesn't care, but Cappy's kind of leading Rumpadump around. Probably give a wide berth of the drow as well.
Mhm.
And for Zach and Yzabo, you would note that there is a flump wandering around with them that is just dragging along this little myconid sproutling. Darker features
Oh.
on the myconid.
Would I
We
know
have-
what it is?
We have a habit of picking up
You would
strays.
know what a flump is and what a myconid is.
All right.
Well, then that's interesting.
All right.
Dusk will send to Dawn. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I don't know them. They could use me
I-
against things.
Oh, they won't. I would very much like to see their reaction. That might give us further insight into their intentions. But if you do
Does
not
Sword
truly
just
wish
talk?
to do so,
It's just in his head.
then you don't have to.
He just says head. Okay.
You can see my brightness. That'll be enough for now.
Very well.
That one did.
Fun guy,
speak
do you
of
want to do anything?
the warmth? Sorry.
You want to do anything to these corpses, fun guy?
As they're
Kind of a
already
corpse
slowly
guy.
melting with this black ichor just dripping from them.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll take a close kind of look at them, at that goopy stuff. Yeah, anything here worthwhile? Like maybe I'll just do a little check of anything medicinal, but it doesn't really seem it.
It's all demon crap. You don't want it.
Demonic stuff can have its use.
You can give
Yeah,
me
yeah.
a religion check. As you
Okay.
start, not you, fun guy. He's searching it over.
Hmm.
Fun guy, it's
Beautiful.
It's odd because you weren't sure that there were bones in there, but somehow there are bones in it as well. But they're also melting. You're unsure what to make of any of this. It's beyond your knowledge. But their bodies are quickly dissipating.
Melty bones don't help very much.
Let's just leave the bodies and get back to town.
Does anyone need any respite before we head off? You look pretty hurt. Anything I can do to help?
As a few of you
Think you
guys
should
do
be
look,
fine.
do look pretty hurt.
Should just take a little rest before.
Hmm.
You guys want to take another break before we head back again?
I think it's wise we make our way to Blingdenstone as soon as possible. I think some of our injuries require lengthy care.
Yeah.
Can maybe heal some of the surface wounds.
I'll take whatever you're giving.
As he stabs you in the gut.
Dusk will
Yeah.
walk over to Weller
I'll
and punch him in the face.
I'll walk over and shit. And go ahead and heal him.
As you would see Weller get punched in the face.
You're right. I go behind him, heal him, so maybe it won't hurt so bad.
As
So he's restored for 11 hit points.
it like kind of straightens his nose out a little bit. And yet, Weller, you get healed for, would you say 11?
Yep.
29 hit points.
Well, that's one way to do it.
That's a new sensation. Usually, when he punches me, it just hurts. But
Yeah.
it's confusing. But thank you.
It hurts and it heals at the same time. It's always a weird feeling.
Yeah. Well, that one was like extra hurtful for some reason. But then extra felt good as well.
It's
Well,
so
I can
good.
strike you in other places if necessary.
No, we'll save that for later. Wait till we're back at the bar.
Very well.
Well,
All right. No need to dally. We don't need more demons spawning in here. Let's go.
with two drow being taken to Blingdenstone, we'll see what awaits them. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break, folks. So stick around, and we'll be
All right.
back in a few.
Be back soon.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
See ya.
Alrighty, folks. We are back in it. Last we left off, after heading back from the boon of Entomok, after finding its location for sure and making sure it's free of basilisk, a strong sacrifice of one of your closest and longest friends down here in the Underdark, encountered a trio of Khazmi demons, horrible mosquito-like, large, like horse-sized mosquito-like creatures that, well, swarmed you And during this battle, 2 drow appeared. 2 drow that might be your allies. Once the battle was done, they actually helped you out with these Casmi. You spoke to them at length, and they seemed to be wanting to go to Blingdenstone for a way up. Just like you guys did. Worried about the demon incursions down here in the Underdark. Uncertain. You agreed to take them at least to Blingdenstone, letting their fates be decided possibly by the Diggermatics, or the Severfnebelin there. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are heading back, or for those of you who've never been, to Blingdenstone. As you start to, Turvey will be leading the way, always watching his back every, maybe 30 seconds or so. As soon as he rounds a corner, looks back to check on the drow. And following some markers down the cliff-like path, delving into this deep and open mine, it does take some time. So is there any conversation that you guys would be having along the journey? It's, if you remember, it's about 2 days travel back to Blingdenstone from this spot
Nope.
here.
Dead silent for 2 days.
Dead
No one says a
silent
word.
for 2 days. I mean, that's definitely possible.
No,
Weller-
probably quiet. Are you guys
Weller's
quiet?
just very pensive and thinking about the attack on Menzo, kind of what it means to the Underdark and the company of drow that wish to go topside, and just kind of wondering, he's a thinker. He's thinking about the geopolitical nature of the Underdark as he's walking for 2 days.
Very internal thinking. I gotcha.
On the opposite side, Fungi's not going to shut up and is going to bug the 2 new drow with all sorts of questions about where you from, what do you do, something about yourselves.
We might find
Any
answers to that.
friends. Yeah. Do you have any pets? What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
What's your general opinion
Isabel's
on
gonna be like,
Blankeneds?
They're wonderful. I do have a pet. I pull out Tag, and I'm like, here he is. And he's a little lizard, and I'm like,
Little lizard.
he's my little lizard. And he just like goes up
pulls it
and-
out of a pocket.
Yeah.
Dusk just stares at the lizard.
You want to touch him? You want to hold him?
Absolutely.
Easy, Dusk.
Dusk raises an eyebrow and then just walks away.
Fungi will definitely hold his hands out, wanting to hold them.
I put Tag North. I put him in your hands, and he's a little fire lizard. And
He's so cute.
Little, I'm sure, black and red scaled lizard, kind of like almost iguana.
Yeah, like a little skink, like one of the little
Okay,
blue-tailed skink, but they're red.
love it.
And
And
I
I'm just
make
imagining the lizard from Frozen 2.
Dusk won't say much unless he's spoken to.
I'd probably camp. I'm probably quiet while we're traveling, but when we make camp, because it's 2 days.
Yeah, it is 2 days. It's at least one night that you'll have.
Are you doing anything for camp?
Oh yeah, and I sit and I do Lehman's tiny hut.
What does
for a
that look
ritual?
like?
So the door that you see, it's reminiscent of her shop. And it's got like the pillars outside, and it even has a little flag that says the Violet Veil. And you go inside, and it's like purpley, hazy. You open the door, and like all this billowing purple smoke comes billowing out.
So
I'm like, I'm just gonna stay in here.
it's like an igloo almost, like with just like purplish magic. It
Mhm.
even has a sign out front.
Yeah. So she
Well,
always feels like she's at home.
Well, they're just going to cast a glance at Casmus. Why don't you do anything cool like that?
He's gonna snap his finger, and the familiar's gonna come out of the pocket dimension like that.
I mean, it's an owl, but it's not like a whole freaking hut, dude.
I stick my head out. Anybody wants to sleep in here? There's a couple rooms.
I'll pass.
No problem.
Or just
Sleep, but I'll hang out.
stone's ground good out here. It's firm. I don't even want purple stuff. Even if it does look fancy.
It's comfortable.
I mean, there's beds. Like, okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
Fungo said he'll come and hang out.
Oh, you can hang out. Yeah.
And it's just a very comfortable interior with it's magically perfect temperature, like body temperature, and you can still
Bad
hear
things
what's
out there,
going on
too.
outside. Although what's going on inside, you guys can't hear any of it. Turvey will just say, fucking, this is what Drow happened to do. Like, all his fancy magics and it's, you can look down on us. Yeah, you can come hang out, alright? I do kind of wonder
They
what it's
do.
like in there.
They do seem to lack the trademark Drow attitude.
Oh, I bet it's an
Could be-
act.
It could be a trick, yeah.
deception.
A lot of anti-Drow sentiment all of a sudden. Is this how y'all have really felt?
You're the only drow we trust.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
helped us break out of prison. I mean, we go way back. That was like, I don't know, 8-10 weeks ago.
Am I hearing this? Was there talking
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. Turvey is unaware that you guys can hear everything because he's assuming he can't hear inside. He's saying everything out loud.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
man.
can all see inside this dome. There's
I'll
no
pop my head
walls. You
out.
don't disappear.
The jailbreak?
As far as
Right
I know, we're
on.
kind of freaking out that you can see fungi just hanging out chatting and you can't hear anything I'm saying.
Yeah. How'd you hear that? What do you?
Oh, you can hear outside. Like if you're inside, you can hear what's going on outside.
Fucking Drow magic.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Is as good as the magic.
Dusk will sigh and he will look towards the two new Drow and he will say, I was kidnapped from the surface in order to be a plaything for some Drow nobles.
Right, that sounds about right for Drow nobles.
Right. I was born into a noble house to be a plaything and to serve them. So yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Not
I was-
all at the same time, but my companions and I all broke out from a Drow prison and are fleeing.
Right.
Well, not me. I wasn't in prison. I found you outside.
So you escaped a Drow prison. That's amazing.
We lost someone on the way out, though.
I mean,
We lost a lot on the way
to
out.
be fair, we lost like half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More maybe.
That's still pretty good. Most jailbreaks don't go that well. Well, quite skilled, I see that.
Right.
Well, the demons that showed up helped a lot to distract
Right.
them.
Yeah, they
They
certainly
did.
created a distraction. At this point, Weller would poke his head in the hut, see if there's maybe a chair that he could position like up against towards the door.
Oh no, there's no chair. It's literally a clear dome that I have magically just put a facade on the front.
It just looks
Oh,
like
okay.
looks like
Okay.
it's like glass painted,
We're
like
all-
painting on the outside of it looks like it's comfy on the inside, but really it's just like it's dirt.
Okay.
Yes, dirt. There's no beds. There's no room.
That's hilarious.
If
You can
Weller's
walk
going
around the
to,
door and come in. You know.
if Weller's going to approach in, Dusk will follow him.
Yeah, I'll looking in and expecting more. I'll just kind of glance around and kick up a little spot of dirt and sit down on the ground close to the door.
The weird part is you don't even have to leave through the door.
No, you can
Right,
just
you-
walk through.
You just walk through the wall.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a dome of like force that keeps things I don't want in and out, but you can walk in and out anywhere, all the way around.
Okay.
bad things can't get in, so
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. All right. Bad things can't come through the door.
Bad things can't come through the dome.
All right. Nice. Well, I love what you've done with the place.
Right? On the inside, you can see, looking out, you can see the cave and everything, but if you were outside, you see in, it looks like the most comfiest hangout spot.
So everybody gets jealous. Because that's exactly what Turvey's doing outside.
Turvey, you're missing out, man.
Anyone,
Turvey,
come
anyone
here.
else outside?
Rasmus is outside. He's not going in.
I don't know what he's saying. He keeps talking and we can't hear him though. Look at him. He
Don't worry
looks
about
so
it.
comfortable. He fits right in. What if he's going to turn to the dark side because he meets the new drow?
He's not going to turn to the dark side.
Dusk will poke his head out and look at both of them and say, "Just come in and sit down.
He hit
If
him right through the
any-
pillar, mate.
if they do anything hostile, I'll claw their eyes out."
I've got to read the book, so I don't really want anyone to see what's in this book.
Weller pokes his head out beside Dusk, but is still doing like the miming, like
Yeah, I still can't hear you.
He's attempting humor.
Right, I'll be into sleep, but I gotta
Yeah.
look at my book.
Turvey will
And I
eventually
would
find
like
his
to hear
way.
more about this oath at some point.
Hmm?
You mentioned an oath.
Yeah.
you took an oath.
I mean, if you're judging these overly friendly drow for being deceptive,
I can't. I physically and mentally, I'm not allowed to talk exactly about my oath. It's not I don't want to. I am not allowed to
Oh,
you could
without
write it
express
down.
permission.
He's got daddy issues.
Perhaps you could mime it.
No, any way that I talk specifically about it is gonna break the oath.
Then tell Dawn. You don't have to talk to tell Dawn.
It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna discuss about it. I'm still gonna say things about it.
what if we were to ask questions and you just said yes or no?
I can't answer. I would still be answering questions about it, and until I get permission from my patron, I cannot.
Oh, I can speak to your patron.
Tusk pulls a Karen. Can I speak to the patron, please?
Right. I've tried many times to get him to come down here to talk to him myself, but it doesn't work. I gotta get to the surface to do that.
Is it your dad? Did your dad abandon you?
He's not. Caspus is just not gonna answer that at all. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna go back to reading the book.
all right. He likes his books.
Dusk will say as they're going back, pulling back into the hut,
Mm-hmm.
he'll look at Weller and he'll say, We once had a warlock come to my abbot and about some problem, and all we heard was my patron, my patron, my patron, my patron. It was very annoying.
I bet you there's not even anything written in that book.
Exactly. And you'll go back and sit down in the hut.
Cappy,
Reads a blank book.
You could go and look if you really wanted to.
No, I like my narrative better.
I would say Cappy and Rumpadump would probably go in there before Turby does into the dome.
I lean over to Zach and I'm like, I think they like me.
I think they do too. That's probably good.
You would see some spores released from Rumpadump. Of course.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Do-
Lovely,
Right.
thank you.
I thought it might be
Yeah.
nice to die in a place that was comfortable, but no. It's just, more disappointment. At least it's warm. That's what you would hear in your head
That's-
from the spores.
Hey,
Yeah.
Good.
that's pretty good from Rumpadump. That's he's kind of always like that.
So what is that
Yeah.
that comes off of your sword? Like, what is that feeling? It's warm, but I can't see through it real well.
It's sunlight.
Do I know what? I would understand sunlight, right?
That's up to you. Your character
I've heard
choice.
about it.
Yeah. You've never seen it.
I've never seen sunlight. Heard of sunlight.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn like they say.
It's beautiful.
Any of y'all know about Lantern?
I would let
Uh,
Fungi, Dusk, and Chasmus roll a history check.
I guess was probably just about now entering. History check, you said?
Yeah.
History check.
Above ground or below ground? An Underdark place.
Above
Jasmus
ground.
would just enter the room as he asked about that.
Yeah, Chasmus, you've definitely heard of Lantern. It's a faraway island full of mechanical wonders, specifically to a deity called Gond. Well, not just Gond, but lots of mechanical things like skyships, vessels that move along the water without wind, automatons. I've heard of a thing called a pistol that was invented out there, and muskets. It's like it's a crossbow without the bow part, and it just like shoots like stones and metal.
He would, as he enters, having heard that, he's like, yeah, I've heard about that island. Some strange contraption are being built there. Boats that fly and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I've never seen it. It's mostly, as far as I know, myths and everything. Like, a lot of people have heard about it, but not a lot of people have seen it.
But you've heard of it.
I've heard of it. I mean, used to be on the docks of Baldur's Gate, so yeah, there's a lot of sailors that have been mentioning it.
So people have made it.
Possibly, I suppose.
I'd smile at that. Well, one of the more important things, I suppose.
So how
Oh,
did
we
you
got-
two come to know each other?
Jeez. That's a very long story. Well, she's kind of my boss.
Isabel
Checks
looks
out.
very confused, and I'm like, boy, I hired you. 'Cause I gotta
Right.
go on a trip here.
Right, not kind of my boss. She's my boss.
Yes, tell me more of this drow gender dynamic.
Yeah, some things never change.
Gender is less important among my people.
Among all other people, now
Right. I like that.
Things are different up top. In
So
a
I
lot of
hear.
ways.
No, most races up top have a problematic gender dynamic. Just in the other direction. It's
Some
equally
do.
stupid.
it depends where you go, Tusk.
No, most
our
of them.
dynamic- Our dynamic is mostly I'm just older.
Right.
As you're kind of like talking, Zach does seem on the younger side of Drow that you've seen.
Older.
He could probably never grow a mustache in his current age.
Right.
Just something that you guys might notice is that he is definitely just on the younger side, like a teenager almost.
Do I notice on any weapons or armor or any of their
Mhm.
clothing any marks of Lolth?
No.
They would have some like spider silk clothing, which is not uncommon, but no Lolth signatures.
Mm.
Yeah, if they're asking about the Spider Queen, then
He was just looking.
yeah,
I didn't say a word.
He didn't say a
didn't
word.
say a word. Okay.
He was inspecting, but you didn't see anything. Do you have any iconography on you guys?
You'd probably see me with a symbol with a mask with a dagger through it. I probably wouldn't keep it out all the time, but periodically. Probably when I healed you, I would have pulled it out.
As the night begins to grow and let's say grow dark. That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Always dark.
It's always dark. The Underdark. But as the hour grows late, guys, one by one, get a rest in this kind of mine-like area that you have started traversing into, following Turvey's lead. Turvey will probably be like the last to go to sleep, and he probably won't get the best sleep. Just untrusting. But a sleep is had. And the temporary hit points, or the hit point loss, do go away on a long rest no matter what now. So no
that's-
worries there. It no longer requires greater restoration.
That's awesome.
Boy, would that suck. Need you guys
Yeah, it
to
would.
do a level 5 spell for me, please? Thanks. But as the dome disperses in the morning and you set off back to Blingden Stone, the travel goes by slowly and dully through this abandoned mine, and I would say as you're nearing the entrance, you would spot a pair of Blingden Stone kind of watch guards. You'd witnessed a couple of them previously on your way through. Seeing that you have more with you, this pair would approach, and they would have a giant cave badger with them, kind of walking alongside it. Hi, looks at your troop.
Good day.
Good day.
We gotta bring these two to the Diggermatics, see what they want to do with them.
Oh,
They
right.
might be willing to help us in our fight.
I mean, if it's good with you guys, sure, it's fine. I know.
If they try anything, don't worry about it. We'll take care of them.
Digomatics have been talking pretty big since you stepped away for a moment. A lot of good words going around about you folks. Setting up some sort of, I don't know, some legendary thing. Oh, yeah. Alright, just keep an eye on them. Never can be too careful with Drow, and he looks up to the two newcomers. No offense, but your people did kind of raid our city several times.
Right.
Oh. No worries, mate.
Sorry about that.
If you
Thanks.
want to keep an eye on them as well as we're gonna keep an eye on them, we should be all covered.
Hey, we're just on patrol here. Did you see anything else in the caves here?
A few demonic
Demons?
mosquitoes,
In the mines?
some Casimir or whatever they're called. I forgot.
Well, I don't know what
So-
demons... They're called demons, mate.
Oh, they are some kind of demonic creature. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We'll escort you back to Blingdenstone then. One of them kind of nudges the other one. Yeah, I don't want to have to go scout where there's demons. Yeah. Like, don't worry. We'll escort you back to Blingdenstone. We just about wrapped up our patrol here for the day. Close to heading back, anyways.
Right on.
Wise.
Like, yeah, just follow us. We'll be right. Yeah, we'll go first. Don't worry.
All right.
Brave.
As they seem a little too eager to get away from anywhere that was close to demons. But
They're not stupid.
traversing the mines and back to Blingdenstone, you are... This might be the... Has Ysabeau been to Blingdenstone before?
No, but she always wanted.
Alright. You might be met with a little bit of confusion and disappointment when you arrive at Blingdenstone. This isn't what you see yet, but as you arrive near the gates of Blingdenstone, you can see that there's this large and wide and long staircase leading up to a pair of gates. This long and wide staircase seems to be covered with fungal growth and several, a little over half a dozen myconids, and actually a couple of sproutlings growing along the staircase here, right outside the gate.
Wait, what's that?
Do you think they
I
had
reckon
permission
they'll
to
touch it.
set up here?
Myconids.
Right. Why are they here?
I feel kind of bad that they're just covering the staircase.
It's almost like a
'cause-
protective barrier.
Oh,
There's
okay.
some of them, and long story short, some of them came with us to Blingdenstone.
Yeah,
Right on.
remember the whole demon thing that's going on down here?
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to Neverlight Grove anytime soon.
All right.
And Turvio, what about the Blotzin?
You
Yeah.
wanna fight a demon, Turby?
Oh, like I said, just sneak in, right? It was on the agenda, that's all I'm saying.
Let's update the Digromatics and
Yeah.
make our
Figure it out
decision
from
from there.
Yeah. Sure. Sure thing, mate. And he'll kind of quiet down as the two guards kind of lead you up to a... And it's not entirely covering the staircase. It's more along the sides as they've set up several mushroom growths there. And near the top of the staircase would be a mound, as you are greeted by a mound of like mushroom fungal growth. There's also a large snake-like creature, a grick, that is just shambling around, definitely full of mushrooms and spores just dripping from it. Which is like this worm-like creature with a beak and tentacles. Tentacles are all droopy, though. But as you approach the gate, you are met with a single earth elemental and about half a dozen Deep Gnome guards, as the ones who are escorting you kind of go up to speak to them, kind of out of earshot. And then would approach you guys with face coverings for all of you. Bags over your heads, bandanas, blindfolds for each of you. As one of the guards approaches, just precaution, you know the drill, right? Hey.
Oh, yeah, they do this.
There's more drow than there were last time. Points at
They're
Weller.
with us.
Alright, as long as they're with you.
As I said, if they do anything, we'll help you take care of them. But so far, they haven't done anything stupid.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, well, blindfolds on. We'll lead you across the maze. Can't give out secrets, especially to drow. And, you know, you guys have figured it out once before. We made it harder this time.
Right on, mate. My blindfolds on.
They make sure your blindfolds are on. And you would hear the stone gate opening as you're led. Those of you who have been through this have seen this familiar sensation of being led through what seems like several turns and twists and stairs and up, down, left, right, up, left, down, up, right, left. You know, it's there's no rhyme or reason, and it almost defies logic. So you know you took a couple extra turns somewhere. So it's near impossible to figure out just based on walking around. But once you pass the gates, you are into the glistening chambers of Inner Blingdenstone. The same crystal lights that light up everywhere, the occasional brazier and torch light, as actually the things are bustling more so than previously. In the like 3.5, 4 days that you guys have gone, people seem like they have a purpose. People are kind of getting down to business. And you would kind of notice the bazaar to your left as you enter. You would notice several rat folk wandering around, or a handful of them, just in the bazaar area. So off to your left, you would see a cave full of like tents and stalls. It's not super busy there, but everyone seems like they're busy doing something. No one is milling about, aside from like probably the youngest of the Sverf nibbling around, and honestly for Ysabeau and Zach. It's a very stark difference between this society and Drow society, and the fact that it's doesn't quite look as depressing. And you would see the occasional smile, but not like that fake smile, like, I got dirt on you and I'm gonna murder you later. It's more like, oh, well, good job. Like, see people giving like thumbs up, handshakes. It's not necessarily welcoming and inviting, but in comparison to any other society you've seen in the Underdark, it's probably more inviting than any other. But you would get occasional looks towards your group of like, of also like a little wave, like, welcome back, and like, you know, hey, did you see anything good out there? And then back, hey, you brought more drow.
This is. See.
I suppose we just built that maze like 5 years ago, and it, jeez, already coming back.
As in schoolmate.
I bet you were. Just kind of looks at you and then like looks to the others and like, eh.
It's a great maze. Love the changes you've made.
Hey, you didn't see the changes.
We
No,
felt
they told us
them.
about them. Yeah, we felt them. I could never get back in here.
It's good, David. Never. Not without an M with you.
That's right.
I mean, we do have a gnome with us.
Turgo just be like, yeah, I could lead you in if it really came to it, but
Yeah, I mean, I counted the lefts and the rights. It's
yeah.
pretty much like a roundabout with a stairmaster in a corner.
Oh no, there's
Not really fooling anybody.
yeah, the stairs are real. You just got to go up and down them.
Oh, yeah. Well.
All right. Let's go to the Diggermatic and see what's our next step.
And notably, like the guards, like you kind of expected guards to like be all over you guys because you brought drow, but they, for a moment, they like anytime you see a guard in the caves here, these long and wide tunnels, they would look at you for a moment, eye you over, give not an approving nod, but more of like, okay, I see that. A lot of shrugs, and, you know, mostly from the guard. The guards will give shrugs, because you guys are well liked here.
Aww.
But leading Yezebo and Zach through these tunnels of glittering minerals, and there's a lot of different kind of art here, all carvings and like stone faces that have been just kind of reworked ever so slightly just to be a little bit more pleasing to the eyes. Catches the light just right, and going through some areas where you would see several like menhirs about. You guys probably aren't going through everything. I'm imagining you're going like straight path to the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Outside the palace, which is pretty much spot on with what this picture looks like here. Like that's what I imagine it. Like that is the palace. You would see a few carts set up, like wagons, and like full of look to be barrels and crates of various goods. And you would see like someone going through a checklist, and like again, people are bustling, going in and out of here. Everything is on the move. No one really like stops to say hello. They'll just nod at you and move along.
Seems like everyone around here is moving with a new sense of determination.
And they're probably setting up to do one of those trips they were talking about.
Hmm.
But as you guys enter into the palace proper, this kind of essentially a large office of the Diggermatics. Plenty of tables out with maps and drawings and calculations, numbers. Things are kind of plastered to the walls and are like pinned onto the walls in here that are just like to-do lists and all sorts of things. And of course the Diggermatics themselves would be up on their like upper platform where their like twin desks are facing each other. and they wouldn't really notice because they are busy when you guys enter.
Casmus would say out loud as they enter. You can send folks to the Boon of Venomark to summon the elemental.
Some eyes would light up. Oh, we didn't know you were here. And then, let's say, yeah, Seni. Yeah, Seni will kind of pipe up. Oh, well, that's wonderful news. So I'll get word over right away. Where was it? Do you mind sharing that information? We can't very well send people to somewhere where we've never been before or know the way.
Casmus would tell them everything, like the path they took and how they opened the door.
A basilisk. That's crazy.
We had it was two
You have a
basilisk.
friend who became a rock. He's still there. You help him?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't happen to have basilisk oil, do you?
Well, no, we don't see many basilisks around here. I'll have to, I mean, you can go ask Gernick over at the Steadfast Stone. I'm sure she'd be delighted to hear the news of the Intermox Boon being restored.
We'll do that, because, yeah, if we can get our friend to be brought back to life, that'd be
I'm
great.
sorry to hear that. And then you would see Dorbo kind of look up. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but you did bring a couple more with you, it looks like. Who are they?
Yeah, Casmus would turn to them too, and like motion them, just basically go ahead and tell what you told us about
More drought, looks like.
Menzaberenzen.
Yeah, they've got updates that you might want to hear.
Alright, let's hear it.
I mean, not much to say other than it's like half gone.
What's half gone?
Minso.
Right. In my wildest dreams, I've never heard such good news.
It's
No.
not good news.
She's speaking the truth. Demon attacked it. The big one. Two-headed. Monstrous.
Yeah, this serves them right.
Yeah, stop and think about what that means for you. They're a smart guy.
Means no more drow to come and bully us over.
No.
Well, it's only half gone, but also, if there was something that attacked the drow and did that much damage, that doesn't bode well for Blankenstone. I doubt very seriously it was solely focused on drow. Not to mention, you should know, before you go searching out the boon, we came across the demons while we were down there.
3 of them.
Right, they're getting worse.
Alright. Sure. I'll keep that in
And,
mind.
Remember what we told you about the Grove?
Yeah, you said there was some infestation there.
Yeah, demonic infestation.
Does that
So
mean you
it's-
don't want to go? Are we checking you off that list? Well, we had the supplies all ready to go to Gracklestug if,
Gracklestug, we can help you go down there. But you really want to risk your own people to go and possibly get murdered by demons in the Grove? If you want to do that, it's all you.
I mean,
We're not gonna.
the oozes will melt all of our armors if we don't get the stuff. The Bloodsin.
Yes.
Otherwise, it
Would
be advantageous to have it.
Have you talked to Basidia? See if they know another place where you can get Bloodsin? They are from the Grove. They are in Myconid.
And Rumpadump will kind of spread some spores No, it's only in the grove. Lots of dead stuff, and that's where the bloodstone grows.
You know,
First time I've heard him sound happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just stating facts. I mean, but you'll probably die if they go there, like he said.
It's like right in the middle of the grove, or like is it like outside town?
I don't
Can we
know.
do like a drive-by picking, or is it like,
Yeah, because
No, we gotta come and bring gifts.
yeah,
We gotta find it. I don't know.
Yeah.
where
wedding
it's at.
gifts?
Yeah.
There were a few
This
patches.
sounds-
It's very, sometimes it grows and other times it dies. And then it grows somewhere else for some reason. It's really weird.
I
It's
think we should
not
probably do
helpful.
we should do a less people going to the grove to avoid any unnecessary casualties.
was this like an in and out?
Yeah, that kind of tactic.
Dorbo would kind
Dorbo,
of speak up, like, yeah, we weren't planning on going there, like, after you guys had mentioned demon stuff being wrong with it. We were just thinking that maybe, like, if people were willing to go and do a little scout and find some of that stuff, or, our alchemist said he could probably stretch it.
Guess we should look at the
Yeah.
other group. I think we should go to the grove, and you should go to Grapplestug. It's probably a bit safer to go to the dwarves than.
Well, we were mapping it out if we wanted to. Alright, and he'll, like, draw the map of the Dark Lake. A familiar map that you guys have seen before. You guys know the one. Only I got rid of it. Did I get rid of it? No, I didn't.
No.
Where'd you get rid of it?
I hope not.
I didn't get rid of it. I put something over it on my own screen. So we go back to the fancy ants over here. As you guys are here, up to the mini evils. That's what they called the gnomes.
Okay.
It'll point it out. So their map wouldn't say mini evils; it would say Blingden Stone, and Beard Evils is Gracklestug. Mushy People is Neverlight Grove.
And
Dorbo would kind of point. So we have a boat down at the end of this path, the river there. It could get us to Gracklestug, and then maybe on the way back, just kind of park near Neverlight Grove. And then you guys could do that.
we could sneak in.
Yeah,
That
we'll
could
just
work.
leave the boat parked on the side. Keep it safe. We'll have some stone giants with us by then.
So,
Hopefully, right?
That's the plan.
So you just kind of,
to just your plan is to free the giants from Gracklestone.
Well,
Free them?
they're
I mean,
free, mate. They're free to do what they
what do you mean
want.
free the giant?
Like,
We
They're
have a
not-
good
they're
relationship
not
with the
Trapped
giant.
anywhere? Yeah, we got really good.
Friends.
The idea was to go to Gracklestug for weapons and armor, I believe.
yeah.
And then speak to the stone giants.
Right.
Right. Let them know what's going on. Try to recruit more for our cause. And then hit up Neverlight Grove on the way back to get some of this stuff that helps us be resistant to acid.
You think the dwarves are gonna wanna?
Well, we
No.
don't know what the situation is there currently.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say I'm
it's
making no
been-
assumptions about Gracklestug considering
It's been a few weeks we've been there, and last we saw the Demogorgon, it was in Sloopy Doop.
A demo
Well,
what?
hopefully the presence of the dragon will deter at least a direct demonic attack on them to win.
Yeah, I don't know. He was a really fat dragon.
But they should be made aware, as much as we did not enjoy our time there.
Right on.
We're talking about demons.
Yeah, I don't believe a dragon would stop them much.
And Dorbo, you need to
Yeah.
understand the full scope of what we're talking about. And Weller will just kind of point out the different spots on the map, like Saloopadoop and Gracklestug, and just recount like the demons that we have encountered to try to give Dorbo the full picture of the incursions
Oh.
that seem to be happening.
Well, we don't have any demons here yet. So at least
Well,
there's that.
Yeah.
Zach, do you want to tell
Well-
them about the Pudding King?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you know about the Pudding King? All the way in Menzo? What do
No,
you
they-
mean?
They told me about it, but from what they're describing, it's not good, mate. It's,
Well, yeah, we know it's not good. That's why we're trying to get rid of it.
It's the demon Prince Jubilex.
No, he's a king. He's the Pudding King.
Right. You're probably somehow tied to it. There's lots of these things showing up down here.
Alright, we were trying to root him out. Right? I mean, yeah, this all goes hand in hand, like... What's a Jubilex, by the way?
A demon
It's
prince.
one of the demon
Demon?
lords.
Right.
So
What
we
they
do
say.
have demons? Guys,
Yes.
guys, stop what you're doing
Yes.
right now. No, they are demons, not oozes. I thought they were oozes.
He's no,
They are.
they are oozos, but the demon lord is the one that controls them.
It's like all attention
Tells them
looking
what
at-
to
at-
do.
At Dorbo and you guys right now. Alright,
so,
so,
like, the
the
Pudding King is the demon guy. The oozes are the oozes.
Alright, so we take out the Pudding King. We just
Who's a
gotta
demon
get to
guy.
him. Alright, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I can get behind that, yeah. So we just get rid
Look.
of him. It's what we're
No.
trying to do.
Right.
Darbo, you don't
What?
you don't understand. You can't just if you try and go just try to get rid of the demon king like that,
Well, he's a Pudding King.
it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? You're probably all gonna die.
Well, that's why we're
You
getting
can't
help,
just-
mate. That's why we're getting help.
Yes.
And with the Intermox boon, that'll be a great boon. No, you know.
But what I'm trying
It is
what I'm
what it
trying
is.
to
Don't lie.
s-
Don't lie.
what
you
I'm trying-
intended that pun.
what I'm trying to say is that even with all this help, it may not help us.
Well, you gotta
You're
try to
talk-
take your home back, right?
Okay. Let me put it this way. Do you think you'd be able to defeat a god?
With a big enough army, maybe. We got were-rats now. Not that they're any good, but...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, man, come on.
Oh,
I thought we were past this.
Sounds determined, mate.
I haven't seen them in action yet. But... Chipgrin has promised that they're... Furvish fighters. But we'll see it when it happens. We've let him into the market just to trade stuff. Necessary goods, all that. We'll see how it goes when the battle comes. Listen, mates, you don't have to help us if you don't want to. We're not going to force it on you. But we are going to take our home back one way or another.
We want to help you, but we want to make sure you understand that a lot of you folks are going to die. If you're willing to do that, we're
We're
going to help
willing
you
to
out.
die for our home. Yeah. That's what we're doing here. That's what we've been doing here. Our people have died for our home countless times over. The drow several times, as he makes direct eye contact with each drow in the room.
Is
And
Right.
kind of stops for a moment. We've had not incursions of demons, but we've endured. We are strong people. We're willing to do what it takes.
Yes, but fighting drow and fighting demon is two different things.
As he looks towards the drow. And then he looks to Casmus. Mate, I'll have you know that the drow happened to use a demon or two in their day. So we've fought some demons before. Not a prince or a king or whatever. But we're gonna get it done, one way or another. If it costs my life, I'm okay with that. Blingdenstone will survive.
Right, so you said that boat is at the end of the river. How fast can it leave?
Oh, we just need to take the load down and the captain's here right now. So
I guess we
Like a-
can help you get that load down there, and we make our way to Grakostug. The faster, the better.
Alright. I appreciate you making sure we're serious about this. Because we are.
Is Steer still contacts in Gracklestone?
You might.
Because they're still alive.
Do you say
Might.
this out loud?
Yeah.
We might, yeah.
Oh, good. You lot can go help them too if you're keen on whatever it is. Are they with you now?
We want to go to the surface. That's what we're trying to do.
Why is everybody trying to go to the surface?
To get help.
Listen, we don't know you.
Look, Darbo,
What?
you said it. You said it yourself. You need help. If we can go to surface,
We need
we
help
can go
now.
to. Yes.
Right. So we fortify the city. So here's what you're saying. You want to
That's-
fortify the city.
We want to take the
Protect
city
against-
back.
All right. And we help you do that. And you show us the way to the surface.
Listen, mate, I don't know you any further than I can throw you, and you're
Okay.
over twice my
Darb-
size. But I've already promised these mates, if they will have a guide or map whenever they want it, what they do with it's up to them. But I don't know you. I can't promise to give you a map.
Darbo, listen.
Yes,
What we
well,
can
you
do-
keep talking. It's the
Yes!
same thing. It's bad stuff down here. We get it.
No, we're gonna get more help. We get to the surface, we get more help. We go to every single major hold on the surface. We get them to get their entire army.
And they'll come
we
running
come
to
down-
Blingdenstone. Sure.
Yes, we're gonna convince them, and we're gonna get rid of those demons in the underworld. Because if the demons are down here, the moment that everything down here is destroyed, they're gonna go up there.
That's fine. That's why we got to stop them here and now. Whatever this is in our city, we're gonna get rid of it. You can go
That's
run
supposed to
and
just
run up.
walk away. He definitely Darbo doesn't understand.
He
They
understands,
need more help.
but he's not leaving his city to grow more oozes.
Right, mates.
So, do we tend to move forward with our plan?
That's up to you guys.
Yes.
Well,
If,
if you
if you want to help us, we're not going to force it on you. You guys have helped us enough. But we're still going to bring this battle to this Pudding King or Prince or whatever it is. With or without you.
so if you're determined to fight, man, is that okay, boss?
It sounds like they need our help, and we definitely want to fight against the demons.
I want to kill everyone.
Well, then we need to stack the deck in our favor.
So boat trip?
Sounds like a boat trip.
A boat trip
trip.
down there, get the most people.
It's
Maybe at least
the
fortify the
giants.
city. Fortify the city so we can get more people to help us out. Get rid of the demons from the surface.
It seems like everyone here is ready for war at a moment's notice.
Are they painting their faces?
They aren't that
Just
type of
about.
warriors, but just
Oh,
about,
man.
yeah. Like, you can hear the caves of clanging from within the palace. Like, they're doing their best to make what they can, but they want weapons and armor from Gracklestug. Hopefully, Stone Giant allies, and that Blotzen. All three of those would go in a long way.
All right, let's help
How
them
long?
with the.
How long is the journey?
You'll find out. It's 3-day walk
Let's-
and then a 5-day boat ride.
Let's help them with the supplies they have left and get to Gracklestug.
With you guys arriving in Blingdenstone, not even being here an hour. Already mostly ready to head off. And this glimmer of hope that the Severfneblin have to save their own city. That is where we're going to end tonight. So, also, you viewers, I don't know if you noticed, we started an hour early now, and we're going to be doing that for a little bit, maybe the whole time. We'll find out. But we are starting an hour earlier, and welcome 2 new players.
Welcome,
And-
welcome.
Yeah,
Yay!
we will pick up there next week. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Good
Twitch.
Good night, interweb.
Night, Internet.
Bye. Thanks, Twitch.